Well, Herb, it's Groundhog Day. What do you think?
Well, he came out of his hole, and he's frozen solid.
Guess that means 6,000 more weeks of winter.
Again? You know, we need something to unfreeze our flippers.
I'll turn on Beakman.
Yeah, he's always hot.
Fact. In one lifetime, the average person will spend 24 years sleeping. I'm Beakman, and you've just broken into Beakman's World.
I never knew belly button lint was alive.
Only yours is, Lester.
Hi, baby.
Ahoy, crew! I hope your decks are swabbed, your hatches battened, and your anchors weighed, because we have got a shipload of questions to answer.
Oh, and by the way, thanks for all your great letters. Later on, we'll give you our address so you can write us some more.
Here's one. It's from Brian Sorensen of Orlando, FLA. He writes, Dear Beakman, how does your heart pump blood through your body?
Hey, Brian, your heart's in the right place, and so's your question. Let's get pumping on the heart. First thing we have to discuss is a apartment building. An apartment building.
I love you.
This building has lots of individual apartments, and every one of them has systems that will provide basic things like air, food, energy, a way to take out the garbage.
And cable TV.
And cable TV. Things that keep up the quality of life. Your body also has lots of individual apartments. Trillions of living organisms called cells.
And just like the apartments in the building, the cells in your body need air, water, and food.
And how does all that stuff get to the cells in the body? Lester?
The prison guards bring it.
Wrong! The food and oxygen your cells need are carried to them by your blood. To get that blood through the 100,000 miles of arteries, veins, and capillaries in your body, we need a very powerful pump. And the name of that pump is the heart. It's only as big as your fist. It weighs less than a pound. But in a lifetime, your heart will pump about 50 million gallons. Enough to fill 2,500 railroad cars. That would make a train of blood more than 21 miles long.
So, the heart is a muscle.
That's right. The heart is a muscle that's a pump that pumps blood to the cells in our body.
You know something, Liza? You're a woman after my own pump.
But how does something this little do all that work?
And how does something this big do so little work?
Hey!
One question at a time. Let's take a look at the human heart. Here are the 4 chambers of the human heart. When the upper chambers, or atria, contract, blood is squeezed through these valves into the lower chambers, or ventricles. These valves here make sure the blood can only flow in one direction. When the ventricles contract, these valves open, allowing 2 things to happen. The right ventricle here sends blood up to my lungs, where it picks up the oxygen that turns it blood red. The left ventricle takes that blood that's now full of oxygen and pumps it to every cell in my body, which gives me my incredibly envied verve and gusto.
Hey, Beakman, do rats like me have hearts, too?
Lester, you're not a rat. You're a guy in a rat suit, remember?
Oh, yeah. Keep reminding me, will you?
Actually, You're a rat in a rat suit.
Well, whatever you are, you have a heart. And you know something? People aren't the only animals with hearts. Behold the hummingbird. Its freckle-sized flutter flapper is the fastest beating heart in the animal kingdom. It can beat over 1,000 times a minute. On the other hand, a blue whale has a heart the size of a speedboat. It only has to beat around 25 times a minute. The human heart beats about 72 times a minute.
And over 2.5 billion times in an average lifetime.
That's music to my ears. Lester, did you have Mexican for lunch again?
Well, maybe a taco.
So, Brian Sorensen of Orlando, Florida, thank you for your question. I'm glad we could have this heart-to-heart talk about hearts.
Coming up next, Beakman makes a special toast. It's a real knockout. We'll show you how to make glass you can eat. Grab a pencil and hurry right back.
Beakman's World must now take a beaker break. And now, back to Beakman's World.
Play ball.
It's time to rotate Eureka! Here he is, the porter of prescience, the sky cap of scintillation, the Judy Landers of geeks and ganders, the one, the only, the Beakman!
You snare 'em, I'll tear 'em. Let's monkey.
I hope you wash your hands, young lady.
Question. Andy Lee Maslowski of Hendersonville, North Carolina wants to know, do all people have some kind of talent?
Answer, yes. Some have more, some have less, but all have some.
Hey, Beakman, what's my talent?
Well, you're a good, what I mean to say is your talent is clearly...
Eating!
Yeah, I am gifted at that. Now, if I may give a little demonstration.
Do I have a talent, Herb?
Don, your talent is
Yeah.
having no talent.
Ooh, I guess it was all those years of practice.
You do nothing better than anybody.
Uh-huh.
Fast fact, there are more chickens in the world than people. Fortunately, people still outnumber biscuits 3-1.
Just using my talent to keep the biscuit population at a manageable level.
Question. How do mother animals know their babies?
Answer, by smell.
Yeah, my mom always used to say she could pick up my smell from 3 miles away.
Everybody can.
Wait a minute. Do you know what that music means?
Lawrence Welk lives?
Afraid not, Lester. That music means that it is time for...
Cooking with Art, where you learn how to cook up some tasty science experiments with stuff you can find right in your own kitchen. Here's your host, the always appetizing Art Byrne.
Hey, yo! Welcome to my humble commode. Hey, today I'm gonna show you how to make your very own fake glass, like they sometimes make for the movies. Now, real glass is made from sand. Fake glass, also known as breakaway glass, is made out of sugar. That's why you can do this. Hey, what are you smiling at? Replay! Ow! Here's what she's gonna need. Hey, jot it down.
Hey, let me see. I'd like to place an order to go. Let me have some sugar. Some light corn syrup. I'll have a pie pan. Some cooking oil. I'll take a measuring cup. And, let me have a tablespoon.
Experiments should be performed at home. Only with adult supervision, and all appropriate safety precautions should be taken. All directions should be followed exactly, and no substitutions should be used.
All right! First, you boil half a cup of water in your saucepan. If you happen to be among the chronologically impaired, make sure you get a grown-up to help you. This is hot stuff. Next, you add 1 cup of sugar, like so, and 5 tablespoons of corn syrup. What does that remind you of? Never mind. Okay, now you mush it around in there real good until everything's all dissolved. Then, cover it and bring it to another boil. Hey, speaking of boils, don't pop them for Pete's sake. Let me. Anyway, we now uncover our boiling slop and turn up the heat. While you're waiting for it to reach 310 degrees, take your pie pan and lightly brush it with oil. Like so. We might need a little more. There we go. Okay. We want to get this stuff real hot, so keep it boiling for about 6 to 8 minutes. For a master chef like moi, it's ready when I tell it to be ready. Get ready! Now, remove it from the heat quick-like. If it gets too hot, your glass will turn brown and look dirty. Next, you put... Hey, you! You doing this without a grown-up? What, are you crazy?
Hey, I'm watching them.
Oh, that's better. Now, pour your heated mixture into the pie pan thusly. Yeah. Then you put the whole Magilla in the fridge and let it cool down at least 30 minutes. And here's what you end up with. Once it's completely cooled, you can pop the glass right out of the pan. How does white sugar turn into clear glass? Much the same way sand turns into real glass. When it's heated and allowed to cool, all the molecules come together. Scientists call this fusing. Hey, I call it coming together. And get this. The glass you make may look just like real glass, but it tastes like a lollipop. So here you go. Another work of art. Until next time, this is our boy saying... Hey, get out of my kitchen!
So long, Art.
Coming up next.
Attention, Beakman choppers. The whirlybird catches the worm.
So hover around till we get back.
Beakman's World will be back after these messages. And now, back to Beakman's World.
Beakman, if I may be so bold, what are you doing?
Oh, just getting a little sun.
I hate to burst the Beakman bubble, but you see, there is this scientific sunbathing principle that you may not have run across. It's called you can't get a tan indoors.
Behold.
Whoa! A sunroof.
Lester, you're in my light. Would you move back a little, please?
That's not me, Beakman.
Incoming! It's from Maura Mooney from Vermont. Maura wants to know... Oh, how do propellers keep helicopters up?
Ooh, great question, Maura. I'm glad it was circling around in your brain. First of all, propellers do not keep helicopters up.
They don't?
That thing on top of a helicopter is not a propeller. It's a wing.
I believe I'll just hold on to this. I think you're getting a little too much sun.
Okay, watch this.
You're trying to tell me that this thing is a wing?
Yup, it's a rotary wing, or a rotor for short. Hey, look at the shape of these things.
They're curved, kind of like an airplane wing.
Oh, yeah, Eliza. You know, her brain's been doing push-ups again.
Let's scope it.
Yeah. Here's an airplane wing. When the wing starts moving through the air flowing over the curved upper part travels further than the air flowing under the wing. That means the air on top travels faster. The faster air moves across a surface, the less pressure it puts on that surface.
Oh, so since there's more pressure under the wing than there is over it, the wing gets pushed up.
That's called lift. Say we stuck two planes together like this and started them up. Contact! Now, what do we have, Liza?
A bunch of dizzy passengers.
Right. But if we get rid of the planes, we've still got two wings going around in a circle. Instead of moving forward to go through the air, a helicopter's wings move in a circle to go through the air. And the faster they go through air, the more lift they generate. Bada bang, bada bing, bada rotating wing.
Beakman, would you bring that thing back?
Why, certainly.
Hello again. They're back. Hello again. Hello.
Ha-ha!
I thought you said a helicopter doesn't need a propeller to stay up.
It doesn't.
Oh, yeah? Well, what's this doohickey at the back?
A propeller? You see, the propeller doesn't keep the helicopter up. It keeps the helicopter flying straight.
Maybe my brain needs more push-ups, but I don't get it.
Okay, then let's build a helicopter. Ray, s'il vous plaît. Ray just loves it when I say please in French.
I really do.
Ah, fantastique. Thank you, Ray.
Okay, boss.
All right. Let's pretend that this umbrella here is our helicopter's main rotor. It's rotating wing. And you are the engine, all right? All right, engine, turn your rotor, please.
How's that?
Fine. Now that we have a rotor and an engine, let's add the body of a helicopter. Ray?
Here you go.
Oh, thank you, Ray.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay, engine, have a seat in your helicopter and try turning your rotor again. Turning.
Beakman?
Yeah?
I'm getting nauseated.
Ah, that's the fun. The engine doesn't just turn the rotor blades, it turns the helicopter too. So, you need this. Ray,
Yeah?
lower the boom, please.
Oh, okay, here come.
Thank you, Ray.
Oh, you're welcome, boss.
This thing here is called the boom. It's basically a big lever. Let's install it. I'm gonna do the work of the propeller or the prop on the end here. I push on the helicopter to keep it from going in circles. And get this, a little more push from me and the helicopter turns to the left. A little less push, it turns to the right. So the prop on the back not only steadies the helicopter, it helps steer it too. So, Maura Mooney from good old Vermont. That's the spin on Choppers. What more could you want? Nothing!
What do helicopters and horses have in common? We'll round up an answer after this. Yeehaw!
Beakman's World will be back in a flash. And now, back to Beakman's World.
What do helicopters and horses have in common? They both fly. Yeah, right. What? You've never seen a horse fly? Cowboys use them both to herd cattle. Yippee-ki-yay! Fly 'em, cowboy! Yeehaw!
And, speaking of flying, it's time for us to blast out of here.
Oh, well, hey, I'm always ready to take off. We'll see you next week.
On Beakman's World.
Gee, Herb, that's very intriguing the way helicopters fly.
Sure is.
Sure is. Think if I rotated my wings, I could fly?
Don, the only way you could fly would be with a prop.
I am a prop.
Oh, yeah. Well, turn off the TV and let's go for a spin, you old whirly bird.